And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Our games and a chance here to check out some stats for Shaquille O'Neal.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So with Rodman on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. O'Neal is out there with Yao, and it's Curry. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Carter in at the 3 spot. And for the Bucks, we've got Wade. Garnett out there with LeBron James. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Duncan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Outside, O'Neal. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Wade can't hit. Here's Chicago. Vince Carter on the wing, covered by LeBron. A nice shot by Carter. Carter's got the opening field goal of the game for the Bulls.
Oh, I like that. Good read by BC. An elite, big-time scorer with versatility.
Wade. Yao with the block. Here's Curry. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
James, the pass to Duncan. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Nice court awareness and feel on the floor there from Duncan. Set the screen and then found space to execute the roll.
Curry against Doncic. Shaq is screen on Doncic. Here's Shaq. Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots.
James outside. Shoots the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. O'Neal sets the screen for Carter. Shoots over James.
Capable of guarding any position. LeBron is also skilled at just contesting shots.
To the paint. Wants to get it to Duncan. And does. It's good. Duncan's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
For Chicago, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. It's Curry outside. Tim Duncan with the rebound. And it's Wade with the ball for Milwaukee. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that. It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Nifty move. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Maine. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Morning's checked in for Milwaukee. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for the Bulls. Wade passes to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. He gets it in there.
Oh, textbook pick and roll there. James doing a great job breaking down the defense.
Doncic against Curry. Puts up a deep 3. Again, Curry missing.
Or just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too. James looking around.
Duncan with his screen on Curry. Here's LeBron, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Weight room muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
And the Bulls making a change here. Brown's checked in. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Bulls. They trail by 3, and Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Anthony's checked in for James. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bulls. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the Bucks, right behind him, just one spot down.
Seeing where Chicago is, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Anthony, the pass to Duncan. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Duncan's got 6 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. He said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Anthony against Brown. Anthony kicks to Doncic. Over Curry. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
James checked in for Milwaukee. Payton comes in for Doncic. And then for Chicago. Embiid, he's checked in for Yao. Edwards comes in for Brown. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Stephen Curry. And Anthony gets it to go.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot, and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Embiid with the screen on Anthony. The jump hook. That's short off the rim. On offense here, the Bucks. They're on a 13-5 run. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And so it's Milwaukee with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Aaron Wiggins. Gilbert Arenas is out there with Edwards. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Brown in at the small forward. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep, too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Edwards inside. It's up against Thompson. And the rejection by Towns.
Prime time, big time defense from Towns.
Milwaukee making a switch. Garnett's checked in. O'Neal's checked in for Chicago. Conley now comes in for Jaylen Brown. Clock at 2. Fires from way outside. Arenas can't hit.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Peyton passes to Towns. Here's James. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Arenas against Thompson. Embiid with it. Hasn't made one yet. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
Wade, he's checked in for the Bucks. And a change for the Bulls. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Gilbert Arenas. James with it. Picked up by Edwards. And it's in there. James has got 9 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And some changes here for the Bucks. Morning's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Peyton in for Klay Thompson. And Chicago also making a switch. Rodman's checked in. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Back to Rodman. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Doncic is checked in for Gary Payton. Curry's checked in for the Bulls. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Garnett with the screen for Wade. Here he goes. Misses in close. Bulls trail by 4. Carter dishes to Edwards. Curry a screen on James. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. The rebound by Garnett.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Curry. Good! Curry, so dangerous in transition.
Certainly not the biggest guy on the floor, but Curry has plenty of grit and determination behind his drive.
And it's sent back by O'Neal. Edwards against Wade. Edwards passes to O'Neal. Pass to Curry. Back to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Boy, an immovable, unstoppable force around the rim. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a Shaq attack.
Doncic kicks the morning. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Kevin Garnett's teammates trust him to throw it down. That's why they lob it his way with confidence.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. James in the post. Rodman covering. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Duncan, he's checked in for Morning. Yao checked in for Chicago.
At the line for the Bucks, LeBron James.
Free throw drops for James. We've got 1:18 left in the first half. Doncic against Curry. O'Neal sets the screen for Curry. From the arc. Curry. What else is new?
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Here's Wade. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Boy, you got to admire the mid-range game of Wade. Has this area of the floor on lock. I mean, incredibly efficient from here.
Curry looking around. Check a screen on Doncic. Fires the three. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Stephen Curry.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
To the middle. And the dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
James against Carter. 12 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Carter's got his second bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Happy to have you with us. Let's start things off with our Players of the Week. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV...
Well, coming back to the game of the night, the Bucks find themselves in a close one.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
So with Anthony sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. We've got Doncic. Garnett is out there with Duncan. And it's LeBron James. And it's Wade in at the 2.
Oh, that's a high IQ play from such a young player. Wade found his man easily off the screen.
Yao with a screen on LeBron. Carter against LeBron. Inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. Bucks number 1.
Well, you've got to love the shot selection lately. I mean, this team, the ball is finding the open man.
Here is Edwards. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
Earning accolades for his scoring. Wade doesn't always get the credit I think he deserves at the other end of the floor. This guy can lock you down, too.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Friday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that matchup with the Wizards, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now over 2 decades playing in the league, LeBron James continues to play at an amazing level. Remarkable.
On its way from Curry for 2, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
And Wade slams it in.
The bounce is real from Wade. Wow.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Anthony Edwards. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Back to Doncic. And finished off by Doncic.
Did you guys see that from Luka? My goodness, some extra sauce there.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Bulls. It's a 5-point game. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. Vince Carter picks one up. Milwaukee shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
The 3 for Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 6th assist on the night.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka's going to cook you.
Curry passes to Yao. Now Edwards. O'Neal outside. 6 to shoot. Curry way outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 8. Garnett finds James. Down low. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by James. LeBron's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Yao. To the inside. Stolen by Wade. Here's Duncan. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
The Bucks making a switch here. Towns is checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Shaq. Wade against Edwards. Halt the run. The shot by Curry, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the 3rd, coming out of the break very hot.
Leaving no doubt on that one. The explosiveness of Towns, really powerful.
Curry against Doncic. Carter kicks to Curry. Kick by Yao. Fires for 3. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Curry kicks to Brown. Kick by Yao. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 14. That misses off the backboard.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
The 3 for Doncic. The offensive rebound. Here's Duncan. And that one is off. Bulls trail by 16. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
A different look for Milwaukee. Anthony's checked in for Duncan. Thompson comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Peyton in for Doncic. Chicago also making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Yao. Arenas comes in for Vince Carter. And Mike Conley subbed in for Stephen Curry.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay. Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
Brown against James. Towns sets the pick for James. LeBron going to work inside.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
It's not going to be easy. We got to stay with it when it's not going well. We're all right. Come on, a lot of time. It's a lot of time.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Carter out there with O'Neal. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Conley. And it's Arenas in at the 2-guard spot. Stolen by Wade. And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Garnett with the slam.
Nice find that time from Carmelo. We know he's a scorer, but that time did a good job finding the open teammate.
It's tipped. It's taken away by Peyton. And here we go. Here's Thompson, and it's sent back by O'Neal. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Milwaukee. Outside, Peyton. Thompson outside from downtown sinks the triple.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA, and we might be talking the all-time list here.
Conley against Peyton. Conley's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Arenas passes to Conley. No good that time. Great D that time from Peyton. Wade, right side. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
High, arcing shot, and the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Towns. And Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Klay Thompson. And then for Chicago, Yao comes in for Joel Embiid. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Mike Conley.
And there are so many reasons to be a fan of Wade's. This young man's ceiling is sky high.
And, Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Curry passes to Brown. And stolen by James. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Shaq.
Oh, it's such a terrific athlete is KG. When Garnett is slashing inside, the defense typically has no choice but to foul it.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Now against Duncan. Pass to Edwards. This one for three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Garnett's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
A new lineup here for the Bucks. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. O'Neal sets the screen for Edwards. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Bucks leading by 21. Payton passes to Carmelo. Carmelo throws it down.
Wow. Just wow. I mean, Anthony letting that creativity shine through on that finish.
Chicago calls timeout. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Warning a screen on Rodman. Here's Anthony. Drops in the layup for 2.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Anthony against Rodman. Here's Arenas. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Milwaukee.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Here's Payton. Warning a screen on Conley. Payton passes to Anthony. Dennis Rodman pulls it in. And it's Conley with the ball for Chicago. To the middle. And stolen by Mourning. Conley against Payton. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Luka, some feel this team is exceeding expectations. How do you keep up this rhythm?
Yeah, we just got to keep going like that. Don't listen to anybody. Just be ourselves, play as a team. And that's our key.
Well, when you're yourself, you look...
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Hello and thanks for joining us. The NBA Cup is underway. This is Game 2, and things will only get more intense from this point forward. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Ali LaForce, our reporter. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Kobe Bryant.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games, looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line, and it's been fun to watch.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. They've got Kobe Bryant, Green out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Johnson, and it's Olajuwon in at the 5. And from Milwaukee, they've got Luka Doncic, and it's Garnett in at the power forward spot. You take a look at the Bucks. They won their first group stage game, a nice beginning to their NBA Cup journey.
And these home fans sure hope they can continue their winning ways. The reason is, if you can get to 2-0 in the Cup, you have an incredible chance of advancing.
And now check it out how the Pacers are doing. This is a vital game in the Cup for them. They lost their group stage opener. A loss tonight could end their run.
Yeah, it dropped them to 0-2 with just 2 games left in the group round. You probably need 3 wins to advance, so they cannot afford a loss.
Here's Wade. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Johnson. Leonard against James. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
At the line for one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant. But even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Now here's Bryant. Coming off a terrific game against Houston. Pass to Green. Johnson against Doncic. Here's Bryant. Off target with a jump hook. To the middle. Here's Garnett. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, at his age, for Kevin Garnett, it's about the passion and toughness allowing him to be successful.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Olajuwon. Clock at 4. Here's Johnson. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And he's going for the lob. And slam dunk by James.
Now, history of great finishers in NBA history, but LeBron will top the list before it's all said and done.
To the paint. Here's Doncic. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down. Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic, but boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Johnson with it, picked up by James, and it's rejected. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Back to Doncic. Over Leonard. And it's Doncic missing.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Bryant outside. Got a hand on it. They get it back. And here's Green from the arc. The rebound by Duncan. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Doncic. And he banks in the layup.
Well, it wasn't a pretty start for him, but now he's got a bucket to build on.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Olajuwon passes to Leonard. And here's Bryant outside. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. And this game is tied up now.
How about since he entered the league, Kawhi Leonard has tripled his assist average. What a good passer he has become.
Now here is James. Coming off a solid outing against Chicago.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season.
Last go-around, they lost the regular season series to this team, but beat them in the playoffs.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Here's James. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Mourning passes to James. They set the pick. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Johnson. Now the Pacers on the move. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
The Bucks trail. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Anthony's checked in for Milwaukee. Payton comes in for Doncic. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Indiana. Irving comes in for Johnson. 1:15 left now in the first quarter. James against Mobley. And James gets it to go. James has gotten his second bucket of the game.
There aren't a lot of ways to slow up LeBron James in the pick and roll. Even if you defend it perfectly, he can find a way to score.
Now here's Irving. Bryant outside. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown. Bryant's got 8 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Anthony against Leonard. Stolen by Bryant. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Payton against Irving. On the clock. Let's go with a 3. That one is off. Anthony against Leonard. Anthony outside. The 3, James. Oh my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. It's going to be Evan Mobley. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
That's his first personal foul.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Milwaukee. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
They've got James. Also, Karl Anthony Towns out there. Thompson out there with Carmelo Anthony. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Mobley throws it down.
Wow, that is some big-time airtime by Evan Mobley. My goodness.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Mobley, a screen on Payton. And it's Mobley, that time on the assist by Irving.
Kyrie Irving can be devastating in the pick and roll. The creativity and decision-making simply outstanding.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
The burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball. So both teams making some changes here. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. It's James on the wing. Leonard defending.
Now the length and intelligence of Kevin Garnett still making an impact at the rim.
Payton against Irving. Green with a screen on Payton. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Garnett. Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to James. It's stolen by Leonard. Jumps up. Leonard gets there for the fast break finish.
You know, many consider this guy the best two-way player in the world, and you love that Kawhi Leonard's defense, he is the guy that finishes. That's appropriate.
Here's James. The shot no good. Ooh, solid D from Leonard. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the Pacers. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. That game marks the start of a 4-game homestand for the club. Here's Irving. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. James against Leonard. LeBron at full speed. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now. Grant, a little background on the NBA Cup tournament this game is part of. It traces its origins back to the WNBA Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, the WNBA was set to feature the in-season tournament in 2020, but the pandemic delayed that start until 2021. Since then, it's been a wild success, and the NBA decided to run one of their own.
Here's Johnson. He's scoreless. Outside, Green. Bryant outside. Just 3 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by LeBron.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And here's Doncic outside. Indiana with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Johnson. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Kobe Bryant.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. James inside. Leonard's there.
Whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And he's going for the oop here. Wade misses.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Malone can't get it to go.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, BA, how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Bryant. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
It was textbook rim protection in that game, taking real pride in shutting down the other team.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. Malone's got his second bucket on the night. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Pass to James. Elbow shot on the way, and he gets it to go off the front iron. James has got 15.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Doncic against Cunningham. Here's Malone. Shoots from 12. LeBron with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Puts up a deep 3. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Milwaukee out in front. Up 4. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half.
Staying on the topic of power, which current player do you think would give Shaq the most trouble in a wrestling match?
Have you seen me lately? I'm jacked. No one can handle this.
Well, I hate to say it, Ernie, but he might be right.
And we look now at the Milwaukee Bucks. We got a battle out there after one half of play.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Kobe Bryant is out there with Johnson. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Olajuwon in at the 5. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in this game.
What's striking about LeBron James is how his game has morphed to now it's all about guile and smarts and experience. He continues to dominate just in a different way.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
James passes to Garnett. Now Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. This one for 3. Pacers with a rebound. Olajuwon's got 5 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Green. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
That's pure strength from Draymond Green. When he gets hit, he still finds a way to score it.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but
wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Bryant outside. They set a pick. Down low. Oh, deflected. Johnson against Doncic. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Garnett. Garnett's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to James. Here's Duncan. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Wade. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Here's a peek at the current NBA Cup standings for you here in the middle of the group round.
And at this point, it's still very much a mystery who's going to make it all the way to that NBA Cup championship game. A lot of basketball left to play.
Here's Doncic.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
Here's Bryant. And Indiana misses again. The Bucks leading by 5. Kicks it to Doncic. Off target with the 3.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. James against Leonard. James, left side. Nice work inside from James.
The offensive arsenal of LeBron James is tremendous. The ability to hurt defenses in so many ways is something else.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And let's have a look at the leaderboard to see which point guards have been outperforming their peers in the steals category the last 10 games. Luka Doncic 4th.
Swiping the ball involves so much. It's reading passing lanes, understanding the offense in general, and taking high percentage risk. They do all of that.
You know, I think that's the mentality they have when it comes to defending aggressive. They don't let up for one single second at that end of the floor, and they're always looking to...
Oh! Get yourself! Show us some power! B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Anthony's checked in for the Bucks. The Pacers also with a sub. Mobley's checked in. Free throw good. Bryant. And here's Milwaukee now. 2-point game. James outside. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Up top, Bryant. 13 points in the game. Comes up empty down low. And it's Anthony with the ball for Milwaukee. Floats one. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Pacers trail by 5. Bryant with it, and Anthony picks him up defensively, and stolen by Anthony. Here's Wade. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You know this as well as I do. Dwayne Wade is looking for the contact. This is a big physical player who loves to mix it up a little bit.
Both shots good from the strike. For Indiana, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Johnson finds Bryant. Mobley deciding where to go with it. They swipe it. And he's going for the lob. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. And a look now at the Milwaukee Bucks' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Miami Heat.
And you know, for that matchup with the Pistons, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
Bryant outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Pass to Towns. Here's the 3. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got assist number 5 here tonight. Pacers trail by 9. Bryant outside. Clark with a screen on Doncic. Doncic against Bryant. And he lays it up and in. Bryant's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
James with the focus.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Williams. Leonard against Payton. Leonard can't get it to go. Payton passes to Doncic. Back to Payton. Now Towns. Leonard defending. Here's Thompson. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More 2K action in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Anthony in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Shooting for Indiana, Kobe Bryant, 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
He does not get the second one.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
On the wing, Anthony, covered by Bryant. Anthony in the post. He's against Bryant. Anthony misses. Pacers trail by 10. Irving looking around. Mobley, a screen on Payton. Irving with it. And Anthony picks him up defensively. Here's Bryant. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Bryant's got 19 points. Milwaukee leading by 8. Anthony in the post. Covered by Bryant. Pass to Garnett. Here's Wade. Towns a screen on Cunningham. Here's Wade. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Here's Bryant. The rebound by the Bucks. Garnett's got his 5th rebound in this one. Anthony outside. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Payton with a screen on Bryant. Here's Anthony. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's Green with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Here's Wade. Rebounded by Green.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
It's Cunningham with a drive. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
Both free throws good from Cunningham.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Milwaukee making some changes. James comes in for Wade, and Doncic has subbed in for Payton. Indiana making a switch here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. Despite the lead, Coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. BA?
And Allie, thanks. Leonard against James. Pass to Irving. Here's Olajuwon. Fader on the way, and right through it goes. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Now here's Thompson. Back to Doncic. Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
Well, there's a mix of touch and power that Luka Doncic brings to the game. You can't take him lightly when he touches the paint.
Irving, the pass to Green. Leonard outside. Lets it fly. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Pass to Garnett. Inside. The shot by James, no good. Pacers trail by 4. Johnson finds Irving. little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Clock at 6. LeBron with the rebound. James has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Garnett, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, the court awareness that Luka plays with, knows exactly when and where to deliver the pass.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Wade, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And the Pacers also making a change. Bryant's checked in. 1:57 left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside, Green. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Garnett's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Duncan. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Milwaukee, Tim Duncan. Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. 1:42 left in the final quarter. Green with a screen on Doncic. From 7 feet, and rejected. And they're able to recover. Green finds Johnson. Here's Olajuwon. 5 to shoot. Down low. And then Bryant with the dunk.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
Boy, there is an artistry and a feel to Luka Doncic's game. This guy is elite with his playmaking.
Johnson against Doncic. Bryant in the high post. Nice move. Count it.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11. Duncan. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Bryant, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
James finds Doncic. And again, it's the Bucks missing. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night, a terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
James with the ball. And so it's Milwaukee with the W. And with tonight's win, they're now 2-0 in the NBA Cup. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Oh, they had fashion on their minds as they entered the building. Soon, welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Michael Jordan.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games. And he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
So with Nash sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Michael Jordan is out there at West. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Pippen. And it's Davis in at the 4. And for San Antonio, Antetokounmpo is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Durant. Then it's Tatum. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. And so it's West with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. And the Warriors dynasty with their core seemingly over. You never want to completely scratch them out. But, Shams, how are we going to remember the run that this remarkable franchise has had?
You could make a case that the 2017 team might be the best to ever play, and the Warriors have become an elite franchise in NBA history. It might be a while since we see a dynasty quite like this, especially with the big three of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson.
Hall of Famers, great coaching, solid ownership. They had it all. Jordan's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Irving kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
West passes to Jordan. Back to West. Over Giannis. No good from West. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league. And we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, a couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
And surgical around the hoop. Robinson forces your hand as the defender.
And he's good on the second. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Giannis with it, picked up by Davis. Giannis kicks to Irving. Durant sets a screen for Irving. Back to Antetokounmpo. Down low. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Play shot by Wembanyama, no good. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. Now, when asked about the game plan on Anthony Davis, coach said we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. Now, that's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
Thank you, David. Davis against Antetokounmpo. Left side, Tatum. And the layup is good. Tatum's got his second basket of the night. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis. And the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours. But this is what we signed up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bird comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Rose in for Tatum. Pass to McHale. Lobs it up for Jordan. It's deflected and stolen by Wembanyama. KD with it. West picks him up. A wide open look for Bird. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot.
Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done, but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Utah. Robinson, a screen on Irving. The drive by Iverson. Here's Robinson. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Outside Rose. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you love to see Rose operating as a playmaker first and foremost.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Iverson missing. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Rose kicks to Durant. No good on the triple. Warriors trail by 6. Pass to West. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Bird against McHale. And a great move by Bird. Bird's got 5 points so far.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And now the fast break, Durant with the ball. And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Nash. Pippen is out there with Pierce, and it's Mutombo, and it's Iverson in at the 2. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA, and when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Here's Rose. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Rose has got his first points of the night.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in to try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate the report. The Spurs making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Anthony Davis is checked in for Golden State. Banchero's checked in for the Spurs. Warriors trail by 4. Nash, the pass to Davis. Pierce feeling it out a bit. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Outside Pippen. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Spurs leading by 8. 16 feet away, and Julius Erving, the basket on the assist by Tatum. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend.
365, 24/7.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And it's Davis with the ball for Golden State, trailing by 10. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. A different look now for San Antonio. Jordan comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Kevin Durant in for Paul George. And then for Golden State, Tumbo is checked in for Pierce. Jordan comes in for Scottie Pippen, and Allen Iverson is subbed in for Nash. Tatum, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, from the moment he entered the league, Tatum's shown so many different moves. A polished offensive force.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Warriors trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Davis nails the 3.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Shams stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
Davis against Durant. Davis dishes to Jordan. 36 seconds left here in the second. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Durant against Jordan. The kick out to Tatum. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 8. Jordan deciding where to go with it. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan. Just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
Irving with the steal.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for San Antonio. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Come one.
This is where you pile up wins and move up in the standings. But these can be trap games as well.
And that goes to your leadership, man. Good lead.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Warriors.
One thing that stands out.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
So with Rose on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Tatum, Antetokounmpo is out there with Durant, then there's Irving. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along and then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it.
Floats it up for Wembanyama. Oh, watch out for Wembanyama.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Jordan outside. It's Pippen on the wing. West outside. Clock at 6. And the Warriors miss again.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Outside Irving. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here is Durant. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Jordan against Irving. Jordan can't get it to go.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Irving's shot is good.
And I love the patience of Durant. And then the quick decision when he sees something.
And so it's West with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. It's a 16-point game. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Pippen against Durant. Wembanyama, a screen on Pippen. And that one's good. Durant
KD could sit out there all day and nail threes if the defense lets him.
Inside, here's Robinson. Rebound, San Antonio.
Well, you got to be able to finish stronger than that, but credit the defense for doing just enough to throw him off.
Warriors trail by 17. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, Davis. Golden State moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Pippen down low. Tatum on him. Pippen misses.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. Fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed. No doubt about it, D.A. Davis with a screen on KD. Pippen with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. A different look now for San Antonio. Banchero's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Bird comes in for Jason Tatum. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Irving. Then for the Warriors, Mutombo is checked in for Robinson. McHale comes in for Davis. Nash is subbed in for West. Giannis outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Spurs. Paul George comes in for Kevin Durant.
Lethal from the mid-range. Pippen doesn't need much airspace to feel comfortable with that jumper.
Outside, Jordan. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Rose. And Rose throws it down hard.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
Iverson against George. Now Iverson. Mutombo is screen on George. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so it's San Antonio riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Jordan on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got McHale. Nash is out there with West. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Pierce in at the 3, the small forward. To the paint. Here's West. Kicks it out to McHale. Here's Pierce. That shot misses. Great D that time from Jordan.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Irving passes to Tatum. Fires from the line. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Nash outside. To the inside. It's stolen by Banchero. They push it up 4-on-3. Jordan's shot is off. Warriors trail by 19. Here's Davis. Great D that time from Irving. Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pierce with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Davis throws it down.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And the Spurs with some changes. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Jordan. Bird comes in for Paolo Banchero. And Anthony subbed in for George. Then for the Warriors, Robinson's checked in for Mikal. And Iverson's subbed in for Nash. Outside Irving. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Irving. Spurs working the ball around now. Tatum setting the pick for Bird. Over Pierce. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Warriors trail by 17. Here's Iverson. Nash with a wide open look. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got his third assist on the night.
And that's what you get when you combine the range and just his overall confidence. Mr. Outside.
Bird high post. Anthony left side. It's stolen by West. And now running up the court. West pushing it up. And the dunk by Iverson.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
Wembanyama, a screen on Pierce. And Wembanyama with the flush.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Spurs. Kevin Durant comes in for Larry Bird. Then for the Warriors, Pippen comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Jordan in for Iverson. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. Now he wants them to stay focused on teamwork out there. He said, let's keep communicating. Keep talking. We've got to help each other out there. Coach thinks that team effort is what's needed here. Guys?
Thanks, David. Irving sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
The kick out to Tatum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Warriors trail by 12. Now, here's Jordan. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Looking to get back on track here. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Giannis kicks to KD. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Pippen. Floats it up for Pippen. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Here's Irving. And David Robinson pulls it down. Warriors trail by 12.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Spurs.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And the rejection by Tatum. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Giannis, a dominant performance. What is the level that this team is playing at?
It's amazing, man. I think the whole group, the whole team played hard. The whole team was ready. Everybody stepped up.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks.